Hey, it's Deanne. How are you? Today I want to talk about why I'm declaring war on exercise for stress. I know this is very controversial and people don't like it when I talk about this, but I just want to explain why and explain the situation so you understand. So, stress, chronic stress, is a really horrible thing. It is detrimental for the body. It ends up increasing inflammation in the body and increasing the risk of disease. And it's really an epidemic these days. Now, acute stress, something we need. We have to be ready for, um, you know, basically running away from something, in times of danger. So basically, our brain signals our adrenal glands to release cortisol and adrenaline so we can increase our blood pressure, increase our heart rate, send more oxygen to our muscles so we're ready to either fight or run away. But unfortunately, today we're not really running away from tigers and lions, but we have other types of stress, lots and lots of other types of stress. So instead of being in the rest and digest system most of the day, this is where we communicate with people, we eat and digest our food properly, and we go to sleep. We're actually in the fight or flight system. And so we're constantly stimulating the adrenal glands to release these hormones. And we have too much of the hormones circulating in the body, and it causes problems. Plus, the adrenal glands start to get tired, and in the functional medicine world, we call it adrenal fatigue. And this is when you may feel exhausted all the time. It's hard to get out of bed in the morning. You have no energy throughout the day. You may get some energy around 6 o'clock at night. You probably have intense salt cravings, maybe intense sugar cravings. The bottom of your feet can get hot. Those are all signs that your adrenal gland can no longer work properly. And when this happens, exercise is one of the worst things you can do because intense exercise, exercising 30, 60 minutes, running, Stairmaster, HIIT exercise, they're all going to basically do the same thing for the body. They're going to increase the heart rate, increase the blood pressure, send the blood to the muscles, and get you ready to either fight or run or do your exercise. So it's very similar to that stress response. So there you're putting more fatigue and more pressure on your adrenal gland. So that's why it's not a great thing if you have chronic stress, if you're already in adrenal fatigue. So what I recommend is definitely still doing something. You can walk outside, you can do stretching, you can do like a low intensity yoga class or Pilates. But you also have to see how you feel because even after a yoga class, which can be pretty intense, if you are exhausted for 2 days and can't get out of bed, then that was too much for you. So when I have patients and clients come to see me and I know that they've had high levels of stress and they are definitely fatigued adrenal wise, then I'd lower their exercise. I either give them a break and say you don't need to do it, or maybe you go out, walk outside for several days a week, see how you feel. Everyone is different. So everyone will feel different after this. And I know that when you exercise, you do definitely get that endorphin rush, so you feel really great afterwards. But if you're exhausted for 2 straight days afterwards and it's hard to get out of bed, then that was not the best form of exercise for you. And I'm not saying that you can't exercise forever. This is just during the period of time where we can get your adrenal glands healthy again. We can give them the right food, the right supplements to nourish them so they can function properly. Then you'll be able to go back and do whatever you want to do. So I hope that makes sense to you. Light exercise is better when you have chronic stress, but see how you feel after it also. Intense exercise, not great, but it doesn't mean you can't do it later on once your adrenal glands become healthy. Alrighty, so I'm also going to leave a link for you if you want to learn more about stress, what you can do to help your stress. Look for the link for my webinar. It'll be up in the copy, it'll be down below in the comments. I would love to have you take a look and Tell me what you think. All right, have a great day. Bye bye.